Hi, people. So here I am with my second podcast. पिछले podcast में इतना अच्छा response मिला, so we thought that this time maybe we should talk of something which is more philosophical in nature. Today I am joined with a beautiful lady and a beautiful person that she is. Essentially, we've grown to become very good friends. She's an alumnus from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata. She has her majors in political science, has worked with a publishing firm known as Intel Publications in Mumbai before she became a proud army wife. Of course, today she is the mother of two very, very nice kids who are also army officers. So she's a proud mother of two army officers. As an army officer's wife, she has not just really been in the mainframe of being an army wife, but I think she has also gone out of the way to do very, very nice things, which I really want to speak about over here. She ensured that students who were giving exams on the floor in a remote area in Himachal Pradesh, she ensured that they got benches and places to sit and tables to write on, which I think a lot of people will not even think about. And also, as the div commander's wife, she got a grant from the SBI of nearly 5 lakhs to develop infrastructure for special children, essentially, which I think is so good in today's world. I'd like to introduce you all to Mrs. Shelja Rawat. Welcome to the podcast, Shelja. Um, Tell us how your journey has been, essentially, and we're going to be talking about something very philosophical today, which is called karma. You know, I remember you and I, we were having that conversation a while back in a party full of people where we couldn't even really hear each other carefully.
Yes.
But we just managed to have that conversation. So, what does it mean to you personally, karma? I mean, what does it mean to you as a person?
I am not a very spiritual person, not very knowledgeable also about it. My karma is all about being good and helping people, going out of the way to help people and doing good deeds, good actions, taking utmost care of not to harm anyone. Any action of mine should not be harming anyone. That is karma for me. That is karma for me. Everyone has a very different perspective of karma.
So, was there a moment in life where you felt the presence of karma as a blessing, a lesson, or a consequence?
Yes, many times when the chips have been down, emotionally, when we were having trouble in our family, like when my brother-in-law, he was suffering from cancer, many unknown people did come forward and help us. So I felt that was karma coming back to us.
So you
They
think,
stood with us
so you think
in
good,
our troubled times.
so you think good things happen to good people?
To some extent, yes. To a large extent.
Why do you think otherwise? What about the other extent, the extent that you left out?
The other extent is just being rational and practical, seeing things going around you. I have seen people who are not very good and who take, I would say, undue advantage, and also would be, trampling on people to achieve their own goals. But they are doing well in life and they are prospering. So there is a flip side of the coin also. That's what I feel.
So, do you think our environment and our upbringing really shapes our perception of karma?
Most certainly. Our environment, our upbringing does shape our karma, because I was brought up in a family, both my parents uh, inculcated these values in us that you all have to help people, you all cannot, take, what should I say, advantage of people, don't be bad. So, environment, your people all around you, they are the ones who influence you. Family, friends, they do influence you. So, I feel the environment does leave an impression on a young mind which is growing up, though with those, if you're surrounded with lofty ideals and principles around you, they do stay in the back of your mind when you're an adult, you're a mature being, and you act accordingly. So it does help you,
So,
the environment.
so I'm going to ask you something deeper now. So, do you think karma is about action or intention? Do you think if supposing I decide today to do something which is not morally correct, but my intention is right, do you think that makes my karma good or bad?
Your intention might be right in the sense that it might help whomever, for or whether it is for yourself or for others, but I feel the journey to the end also is very important.
So you're saying the essentially the
So-
journey between the intention and the action.
Yeah, that also is very important. So your means to that intent has to be good. It has to be good, it has to be morally correct.
So you're saying that I can do
It's
something.
a difficult path, though I would agree. It's a very difficult path.
Why do you say that?
So one always tends to take the easy way out, and standing up to morals and ethic is not an easy journey at all. The temptations, are easy to give in.
So you're saying that people who give into temptations essentially will earn bad karma, and the ones who don't will be on the righteous path and essentially earn good karma.
They should earn good karma, but life is always not like that.
So cause and effect is something which is the principle that karma really works on. You do something and then you sow the seeds of that, and essentially it comes to you.
Yeah, like a simple example, if a student is working very hard,
Yes.
that is his karma, his or her karma, and the effect is that he or she achieves whatever he or she would have wanted.
What do you have to say about people who say कि हमने जिंदगी में हमेशा अच्छा किया है, हमारे साथ कुछ अच्छा नहीं हुआ?
अच्छा नहीं हुआ है, ये भी सच है, ये भी ज़िंदगी की एक सच्चाई है कि आप अच्छा करते जाएं, लेकिन आपके साथ शायद you feel you've been cheated and people have not been good to you. Yes, I do feel
Why do you say
that
that?
that also is true. This is the bitter truth of life, and I have seen it around me also, and there have been a few personal experiences also.
Would you like to share some? One or two, or maybe just one experience where you felt that मैंने तो जिंदगी में हमेशा अच्छा किया है, पर मेरे साथ अच्छा नहीं हुआ. So if we talk in terms of just intention,
Yeah.
so you, and this is very normal. So in therapy also, it's very normal. I see this quite often that people like to tell themselves, we like to tell ourselves that we've always been. My intention has never been wrong. I've never intentionally hurt someone or been bad to someone. So why me? So the question is, why me? We generally talk to the universe or life or whatever name we want to God or whatever name we want to
Yes.
give to that entity.
Yeah.
And we ask this question so many times, why me? Has this really happened with you ever?
In my family, yes. Like I was mentioning, my brother-in-law, he was suffering from cancer, and I am yet to see a better person than him walk this earth. Highly compassionate
Okay.
and very, very concerned about everybody around him. He wouldn't have even hurt an ant ever in his life, but he was the one who was suffering from cancer, and I would say a very strong and aggressive cancer, and he suffered a lot in life. So that I feel is उन्होंने तो सब कुछ अच्छा किया सबके साथ, लेकिन उनके साथ अच्छा नहीं हुआ, and it did have an effect on the family also. His wife, his children had to, they are all by themselves now. His presence is always missed. So that is another part of his good karma, that he still lives on with us. But he himself had to suffer so much. His good karmas didn't help him I feel that is, like कि हमने सब कुछ तो अच्छा किया लेकिन हमारे साथ ऐसा क्यों हुआ?
So, Shalja, I want to ask you this, that they say that it's the storms in our life that show us who are truly our people are, the ones who stand by us.
Yes.
So storms are essentially necessary in life. I feel, personally, this is my take.
Yeah. You can never appreciate the good then.
You can never really. But do you think that when the wrong is happening and when we find that all people, like you just mentioned, that people came to help,
Yeah.
so many people came to help, don't you think that was also because of his good karma?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
It was his good karma. It was his good karma, and I still feel that, when something nice happens to his children,
Yes.
it's his good deeds that are coming back to them.
So then, why do you think such a question would ever come to your mind, that why me, why him, or why us as a family? Is it your emotions really clouding your rational judgment, rational thinking?
No, I don't think I would say that because as a family we were very, very close to him.
Right.
That is cloud because we knew him as a person.
Right.
So as an individual, I feel that shouldn't have happened to him.
Right.
So this is not an emotion that would be clouding my view or opinion.
So we're going to go ahead on this now. So I wanted to ask you, do you think karma is immediate कि time लगता है, सालों बाद भी आता है, या उसी वक्त हो जाता है?
Oh, like the modern generation calls it instant karma.
No, we call it instant gratification also. The Gen Z likes to call it the instant gratification generation. ना? Immediately मतलब कुछ डाला और वो भी कर्मा होता है.
Yes.
कि आजकल ना it's called Instagram कर्मा.
Okay.
उसको डालो और like कितने आए हैं तो वो भी कर्मा है आपका. But again, of course, this is the lighter side of this. But so my father says this, Shalja. He says this that हम इसी जन्म में सब देख के जाते हैं. He doesn't believe in karma going to the next janam, staying in this janam, going in the pichla janam, nothing of that sort.
I would tend to agree a little bit with him because, once you leave this physical being, you are not aware where you are. Is there really, rebirth, reincarnation?
तो हमें पता
And
नहीं कि
when
हमारे
you
कर्म
do
वहाँ जा
take
रहे हैं.
rebirth, you don't know what you were in your previous life. Were you a good person who did good karma? You really don't know. So when he says that सब कुछ यहीं पे है, जो हमने किया है उसका फल भी यहीं भुगतना होगा. अच्छा किया है तो you will be reaping, whatever you sow. So I do tend to agree to him. And going back to what you had asked, that sometimes yes, karma can come back immediately to you, and sometimes it takes a long time. So what my mom and I also used to feel like that, but they did kind of make that feeling more strong in me. My mom and my husband telling me that you should do good deeds and not think about
फल की
what it
चिंता
gives.
मत करो.
Yes, हाँ, आप कर्म करते जाइए. So if you are thinking about okay, if I do this, this good will happen to me, then I feel you're being selfish. There's a self-interest in
So
it.
basically you're saying there should be no motive behind your...
No, there should be no motive behind doing anything good. Whether you are doing that good for your own children or you are doing it for somebody totally unknown, while you're walking the road. You should not expect that immediately you will get a return and oh, thank you so much, you did this for me. Gratefulness, obligations towards you. That shouldn't happen at all. These emotions shouldn't ever come into you when you are doing something good for anyone.
Yes.
That is his or her karma, whether they feel it or not.
So again, I want to ask you something. So we're talking about motive and intentions behind our actions. Right? So, and also about the journey between the intention and the action, and of course the motive behind it. Are we really doing it क्योंकि हमें मोक्ष प्राप्त होगा? कि हम इसी जन्म में देख के जाएंगे सब कुछ. Now, तो मैं आपको एक छोटी सी चीज़ आपसे पूछती हूँ. मान लीजिए हम सड़क पे हैं
जी
और वहां पे क्या एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है,
हाँ
कहीं पर भी किसी का भी, एंड somebody is really hurt,
या
एटलीस्ट 90% लोग तो वहां से निकलेंगे, कोई रुकेगा नहीं, 10% ही होंगे जो उतर के हेल्प कर देंगे. तो you are saying that the 90% people, now there is an angle to this. The angle is the guilt part.
okay
I think the people who leave are guilt free. उसको कोई और देख लेगा, अरे एम्बुलेंस आ जाएगी, अरे पुलिस आएगी, कौन
they are
पड़ेगा.
looking for excuses for them not taking the actions.
But I think the conscience, if I have to really use the right word.
Yeah, the right word.
So guilt and conscience, essentially, I think
Partners.
they're partners which essentially give birth to you thinking
Yeah.
what your karma would be. What do you have to say about that? You think that our conscience really drives our sense of karma?
Yeah. Yes, our conscience does drive our sense of karma because it is the conscience which is telling you what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. So that will push you towards good karma or bad
So
karma.
essentially, a serial killer's conscience is dead. He doesn't believe that karma is going to come and do something to him. He is very happy doing what he's doing.
Yeah. Yes.
So, are you saying that the law of karma essentially doesn't even apply to him?
No, it does apply to him in the sense that he will not have a good end to his life.
Let me reframe this question for you.
Yeah.
So, essentially, what I'm trying to ask you is that do you think that, or do you believe that karma is just a concept that we believe in? Actually, कुछ ऐसा है नहीं. वो सिर्फ हमारी conscious. I have for the longest time even read about this, researched about it. There is nothing right or wrong in this world. Our thinking makes it so. If our conscience tells us
Yeah.
that this is wrong, we will anyway not do it. But if our conscience tells us, हाँ चलता है, कर लो.
No, I feel that there are gray areas, but there is a definite white and a definite black. So there are definite good things and bad things.
So let's talk about the gray area now. You think karma functions there in the absolute terms of cause and effect? So say tomorrow I get a chance to borrow some paisa from somewhere. है ना, मतलब मान लो कि मैं एक करप्ट पर्सन हूँ,
हाँ.
और मैं जहाँ मतलब मैं अपनी ही थाली में खा के उसी में छेद कर रही हूँ और मैं पैसे उधर से मार रही हूँ. इतने बनने चाहिए थे, मैंने इतने मार लिए और बाकी मैंने दे दिए. अब आप मुझे बताइए कि क्या वो ग्रे एरिया में क्या मेरा कर्मा आके मुझे कुछ करेगा? Do you think I'll face my karma? So if I have to put it down in the right vocabulary, do you think I will face my karma in such a situation? Because my conscience is telling me चलता है यार, सभी कर रहे हैं, मिल बांट के खाएंगे.
Yes, that is there कि सभी कर रहे हैं तो हम भी करेंगे, तो इसमें कोई गलत बात नहीं है ना? That is how people think. But this is where the individual thinking comes into being. Where I might be thinking, no, this is not a gray area at all for me. This is a definite white and black, and I will not do it, or I will do it. But for few people, yes, I will do it and I will get away with it. It is the way they think.
So do you think karma also instills fear of doing wrong?
I think so.
क्योंकि हम हमेशा ही सोचते हैं ना कि मेरा कर्म खराब हो रहा है तो हमको ये नहीं करना
चाहिए.
So do you think it's the conscience that is making you do the right or the wrong thing, or is it your sense of karma, which essentially, when we go back to what we had spoken, कि हमारा environment and our upbringing really shapes it. So do you think it is a karma that is shaping our conscience?
It is both ways. I feel that one does think that if I do this, अगर हमने ये किया, ये हमारा कर्म है, तो आगे जाके बुरा होगा.
और जिन लोगों के साथ नहीं होता वो लोग.
Well, I would just say that they are lucky they get away with it. I would just say that. Otherwise, as for the rules of karma, whatever you sow, you shall reap that.
Yes.
You reap that. But quite often it doesn't happen. So I would just say that they are lucky people.
So लेट्स टॉक अबाउट समथिंग अ लिटिल डिफरेंट नाउ. तो वो एक ना हमारे यहाँ कहते हैं, पहाड़ों में भी कहते हैं, आपको तो पता ही होगा कि ना एक स्टेटमेंट मेरी दादी बोलती थी कि ना माँ बाप के कर्मों से बच्चों की डेस्टिनी शेप होती है.
Yes, yeah.
डू बिलीव इन दैट?
Um, that's difficult in the sense that I feel that as individuals, we too have our own karma, which will come back to us. So the parents' karma shouldn't really be affecting the children because they are different individuals. But yes, if your parents have been good, they carry a good reputation. So it does, rub on you later in life.
So basically, it's the goodwill that carries on, not really the karma.
Yeah, it's a goodwill.
It's the goodwill.
But goodwill happens only when you do good karma. Goodwill doesn't happen otherwise.
no, karma to is the effect, na, Shalja. It is not
The good deed.
the good deed. That's what we're talking about. So essentially, it's तो आप ये कह सकते हो कि हम ह्यूमंस ने कर्मा एक कॉन्सेप्ट शायद इसलिए बना दिया क्योंकि हमको देयर इज अ फियर ऑफ डूइंग रॉन्ग. दिस इज जस्ट अनदर थिंग टू really direct us on the right path. That's what you think?
I guess that is the way deep thinkers many years ago would have bought these thoughts and principles of karma so that people follow the right path. Otherwise I would say, if everyone is free to do whatever they want to, then there will be total anarchy in society and we will not have a very civilized world to live in.
So you
That's
think
what
it
I
is
feel.
these things like conscience and karma and these things are really maintaining the semblance. That's
Yes.
So this
They
is
do.
basically human created.
And and a long way to that is the fear of bad karma coming back to you.
कि मतलब तुम नरक में जाओगे और कढ़ाई में जलोगे और तुमको वहाँ फ्राई किया जाए.
Like sometimes I used to tell my children, पढ़ाई नहीं करोगे तो घर घर जाके काम करना
All mummies do that.
Yes, so maybe that fear has pushed them to work hard in their studies.
Yeah, I mean, all that कि ना नरक में जाके कढ़ाइयाँ होंगी बड़ी बड़ी, उसके अंदर तुम्हें ताला जाएगा
Yes.
कि तुमने कुछ गलत किया. Okay, so of course, my next question is, do you think karma can be healed or transformed? तो मान लो आज मैंने कुछ गलत किया,
Yeah.
फिर मुझे रियलाइज हो, कर तो दिया,
Yes.
पर फिर मुझे रियलाइज हो रहा है कि यार मेरे से गलती हो गई, and I've really hurt someone intentionally at that point of time that I shouldn't have.
Quite often when people do wrong and they realize it, they say sorry. But simply saying sorry doesn't help at all. You have to turn it into actions and not ever do that bad deed or karma again. That is when you are actually repentant.
So basically, it's realization. So there's another concept now that we've added in our conversation.
Yeah.
The sense of realization.
Yeah, because one can always do something wrong and say sorry.
And
Because
then-
at that time you really feel, oh yeah, I've done something wrong. But again, you forget about it or the circumstances around you, then actually you are not repentant. You take the easy way out.
So that's why they say, no, the best apology is changed behavior.
Yes.
The best apology in life is changed behavior. So the moment you have changed your...
Yes.
So do you think that realization can heal my bad karma?
Yes, I think so. It can. If you are truly repentant and you truly change your ways, it can.
So you think that if we truly are in that frame of realization,
Yes. It
where we do
can.
realize that
Yeah,
we've done...
yes. No, I changed my ways, at that time itself. I was pretty ashamed of myself. That how could I do that?
Yes, I did something like that. I tore off a page from a library book in my school
Oh,
when I was in class 8 because I wanted to make a project and I thought that was that's the only thing I could do. So I just tore it off like that and I thought I'll go home. And in the evening, I was sitting for dinner with dad and mom on the dining table and I started crying. And then dad was like, "What happened?" I said, "Dad, मुझसे ना बहुत बड़ी गलती हो गई है. मैं ना ये पेज फाड़ के ले आई हूँ." So mom and dad took me to the principal next day.
Okay.
And my principal was so proud of me. He said, this speaks of your integrity, that you've come. So I think that was immediate, instant karma.
Yes.
He, in fact,
Because you were repentant.
I was repentant.
You were crying
I was
at the
crying.
table.
I was in class 8th. I was just entering my adolescence that time, and I felt I've done something so bad. And mom, mothers are like that, they scare you. And she told me, she says, तुम्हें पता है तुमको जेल हो सकती है इसके.
That look on that child's face,
Yeah.
that stayed with me, and I kept thinking कि ये हमने शायद बहुत कुछ गलत किया है बहुत.
That also matters.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So let's talk about something which is going to be really interesting. It'll really interest our audiences. Do you think karma functions in love? Romantic love?
It should.
So do you think that somebody who cannot respond or
Reciprocate?
or what we call unrequited love?
Okay.
So one person just couldn't love the other person back. वो कहते हैं ना, इसके आंसू तो तुम्हें लगेंगे बेटा, तुम कहीं नहीं जा सकते. तुमने लड़के को रुलाया, तुमने लड़की को रुलाया. Do you think that works? Do you think that really that karma will really come and like they say, if I can use the word, bite you in the ass?
No, I think because falling in love, having such a strong emotion for somebody is very, very individual. So it is not necessary that the person whom you love so much, invest your emotions in him or her, should be loving back. Maybe he or she could be loving somebody else. So I think this is a very individual thing. It can't be forced on
Basically,
someone.
love is free will.
Hmm?
Love is free will.
Yeah, it's a
It's
free
free
will
will.
thing. Yes.
So,
It
you're
just
saying karma doesn't function essentially.
yeah, that's what I feel. So
There are a lot of grays in this, Shailja,
Okay.
So people who say, she gave me hopes, he gave me hopes, and then they left me, and they dated me for a while. And essentially, this is what happens in relationships. When I'm doing therapy, I see this all the time. And
maybe we as an individual would have taken the wrong message or wrong signal from the other person.
do you think sometimes we do it because we love it? It somehow massages our ego. We love the attention we are getting, so we let it come till we can, and then we just decide कि नहीं यार इसके साथ long term तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता. So we just. Do you think that is also? Do you think that qualifies for bad karma?
That, of course, yes. Of course, yes. It
How?
qualifies for bad karma. You cannot. You're being selfish.
Yeah. So the motive and the selfishness come.
Yes, you're being selfish.
That we essentially spoke of.
Yes.
So audiences will be very happy to hear this from you. there'll be a section of my audiences who are going to be like, yes. Somehow, see, even listening to this, so this is reinforcement.
Yes.
Even listening to something like this is so reassuring to people, to certain people, that yes, so I was not wrong because I loved.
Of course, there is nothing wrong in loving an individual, and that individual also is not wrong in loving you back or not loving you back. But at the same time, if the individual is not loving you back, he or she should not be taking advantage of you. So, that I am basking in her or his love, and I am loving it, and then after some time you kind of, okay, enough of it, and you move on. One can't do that.
So essentially, we have to close our chapters and then go to the next one.
Yes.
And there is a way. So जिसको आजकल की generation, आजकल एक बहुत common word use होता है, closure. Closure
और
नहीं मिला
पहले
मुझे.
जमाने में क्लोजर्स नहीं
होते नहीं
होते थे और उर्दू की शायरी बोले जाते थे लोग.
नहीं, और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि पहला एक ऐसा फेज भी था. So even I have grown up in a phase where there were no mobile phones, there was no social media, and I think वो फेज अच्छा था. हम चिट्ठियां लिखते थे उसमें, तो हमारा क्लोजर ना चिट्ठी लिख के हो जाता था. बड़ा सही क्लोजर था वो, कि चिट्ठी लिख के खत्म करो, उसके बाद रिप्लाई आए ना आए, 25 साल बाद तुम किसी को मिल रहे हो, किसी को देख रहे हो, वो दैट इज अ टोटली डिफरेंट थिंग. बट I think closure is.
आजकल बस WhatsApp पे या फिर
हाँ, उसमें क्लोजर मिला बहुत जरूर, तो फिर उससे भी कर्मा इफेक्ट होता कि उसने मुझे.
I think, but that's taking very strong emotions like love very lightly. That's what I feel.
That's such a beautiful
They,
thing.
they are very deep. The things like this are very, very deep. Whether it is love between two individuals or between a mother and her children, or the father, or just siblings.
तो आप ये कह रहे हो basically love of any form, whether it's romantic or unromantic or whatever, or even if it's with your siblings or parents, there also intention matters. And motive matters. So then your karma essentially, नहीं तो तुम कढ़ाई में तले जाओगे.
Yes, yes. Though I feel that between siblings and a family, mostly it is selfless. That is what I feel. The love between them is largely selfless.
Is there a karmic lesson that you're still learning? Because I think we are lifelong learners as humans. हम तो आखिरी सांस तक
Life is
सीखते
the
ही रहेंगे.
greatest teacher.
Yeah.
I
So do you think there is a lesson, karmic lesson, that you're still learning, that you're still working on, if not learning?
I don't think so deeply because I'm a rational person and I am more concerned with my day to day, what should I say, day to day happenings. You know, whether I am taking care of my parents, my in laws who stay with me. So, and also about settling my children, maybe, or how can I help the people who are working for me, be it my house help or anyone around me. So, I don't go into so much of deep thinking.
So, I mean, there is something that I'm going to be telling my audiences about you, which I know personally about you, is that
Okay.
you are teaching your maid's son,
Yeah.
which is such a kind thing to do. Of course, a lot of people do it, but I think what you're doing is so kind. And so, again, coming to that, you're doing it out of the fact that he's poor, comes from a poor family, and maybe you should help out? Or are you doing it because kahin na kahin, somewhere that teeny weeny voice inside you told me कि ये करती हूँ मैं ये, it's a good deed.
No, I would say that because I see her struggle.
Acha.
I see her struggle. She works very, very hard. She's working in several houses, including mine.
Yes.
So, throughout the day, she doesn't have a breather at all.
Right.
And in that, she doesn't get the time to devote to her children. So, I feel now when both my husband and I are leading a retired life, and I don't have too many responsibilities, I can certainly devote some time to her child. And if he can make a better place for him, for himself in life later, why not do it for him?
So again, the was it the intention or the fear of karma? Was it because you felt कि यार नहीं देखो इस गरीब भी हैं और टाइम नहीं दे पा रही and she's working, she's struggling so hard? Was it because of that, or was it because कि it's a good deed, maybe I should help out in some way that I can, or was it really the fear of karma?
No, it was certainly not the fear of karma at all.
Okay.
And I think it is her karma that made me do it, because her karma of working very hard and wanting to nurture her, give her children, jump start in life. She has put her child in a school that is way beyond her reach. So I was appreciating that. Rather than that fear of, oh, I should do a good karma, I
Which
will
is
get
such a
some good
nice thing
karma,
to say, that
later. And it certainly gives me a joy when he calls me up after his exam and says, "Ma'am, paper हो गया, बहुत अच्छा गया मेरा paper." और he says, आज तो संस्कृत का पेपर अच्छा नहीं गया मैम, अगला पेपर हिंदी में रेड डॉट नहीं आना चाहिए. So
how sweet is that?
yeah, and this is something that I have not told him कि जब आप वापस आ जाते हैं, give me a call and let me know how your
खुद
paper
ही बता
went.
रहा है आपको.
He is himself telling. So I feel that maybe I am being able to make a little difference. Not much, because all the effort has to be his. If I can just hold his hand for some time.
So, Shalda, I want to ask you, of course, now that we're coming to the later end of this podcast now, and one of my few last questions to you is that when you're 90? I'm sure you'll live 110.
No, I don't want to.
But say you reach that certain age, and what karmic footprint do you think you want to leave behind? What do you want people to remember about you?
I certainly want to be remembered because I feel that, you die twice. Once when you leave your physical being,
How beautiful is that?
but people still remember you. People still talk about you. Once, even then, you are erased from their memory. That's the second time you die.
My God,
So-
that's such a profound thought.
So I feel that I should be remembered, and I should be remembered for the good things I've done. Uh, what is it were you asking me?
So what
exactly?
karmic footprint do you want to leave behind?
Yeah.
So अगर हम बिल्कुल ही बड़े बुजुर्गों की बातों में जाएं कि हम माँ बाप के उससे बच्चों का कर्म बनता है, अगर हम उसको माने 1 मिनट के लिए, अगर हम मान लें, तो
नहीं,
what is it that you want to leave behind that that the world will talk about, or your children will talk, or your grandchildren will talk about?
Oh, I want to be talked about as a fun-loving person.
Which you totally are. उसमें तो कोई doubt नहीं है. There's absolutely no doubt in that.
And did in her small little ways. I'm not a very powerful person. I'm not famous that I can bring about differences in people's lives, but in her small little way did try to change people's life for the better in a positive way. That's the only thing I want to be remembered.
We don't have to be powerful or famous to be good.
Yes, I guess.
We can still be good, which you are. So you don't have. And I think you're powerful in your own way when you're helping out a person who's not that financially stable, and helping out her son. I think that is so powerful in every way.
Yeah, but I would just like to reiterate that I would certainly not like to do this just to garner praise
Absolutely.
and admiration from people at all. I just want him to do well in life.
That's what
That's
makes
it.
your karma absolutely
Yeah.
clean, no?
And make her feel that she has someone for her. We might not be related by blood, but someone is there for me to help me out in my moment of crisis.
So essentially, this is where we come to the end of our podcast, and it's been such a pleasure speaking with you on this. And had we not really sat down in that crowded party that day, तो ये podcast आज नहीं हो रहा
We have to continue on that.
ये तो हम कंटिन्यू मतलब ये
conversation.
पॉडकास्ट तो खत्म हो जाएगा, लेकिन हम इसके बाद भी बातें करेंगे.
Yes, yes.
And so I think
And
essentially
thank you for having me over.
you never have to say thank you. Like I said, so it's because of people like you and Janal Rawat that I always believe that good things happen to good people. And I think somehow from out of the blue, I think we just got to know each
And
other.
so as you said, let me give you one example of that also. Sorry for interrupting you.
No,
That,
not at all, yes.
like as you said, good thing happens to good people. So when we got posted to Dehradun, my father fell down and broke his shoulder bones, and we had to rush him to Max Hospital. And that's where I met this angel-like person called Colonel Pant, who helped us out in our times of crisis. So that is a very fine example. And Colonel Pant happens to be your father. So that's the time, that it struck me that, yes, good karma does come back to you.
Yes, I think sometimes people will just come out of the blue to help you. People you've not
And
known.
no, I didn't know him.
I didn't know
So-
you either. So
Yes.
and I think that's how we. I remember that guzzle evening that we had invited you over for, and
Yes.
we hit it off so well. So I think मोटा हम ये लेके चलते कि हम तो नहीं तलेंगे उस कढ़ाई में.
Yes.
हम तो नहीं तले
I
जाएंगे.
should not. But who knows?
Who knows?
After,
you know, पता नहीं किस को रुलाया होगा unintentionally कि वो सारा कर्मा हम लेके जाएंगे. But I think consciously and intentionally, I think.
We shouldn't carry a baggage. That's what I feel.
So that's what they said. I was reading a very good article the other day. And they said, that in some religions and some faiths, they believe that the devil essentially works on your guilt.
Yes. Huh.
So I mean, if I have just changed the name, that I think karma also essentially just works on your guilt.
Huh. it does if you see from that point of view. If you are, kind of working on your afterlife कि हमें तो स्वर्ग मिलना चाहिए, तब तो आप अच्छे ही कर्म करेंगे.
Thank you so much, Shalja, for this. And I think what a lovely note to end this on. And that I think we're going to just go have a beer after this.
Yeah, thank you.
So sweet of you to have come over and taken out your precious time for this. I'll ever be so grateful. Thanks a ton. And I think we should do more of this on different things.
It was entirely my pleasure. It's always fun talking with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.